Showers? Who needs them? Changes of shirts? Not necessary. So let's go with another Q&A again. Submit your questions to us. Information is all in the description box down below. At Tvon Moucher. Would you like to see Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 29?
Would I like to see it? Yeah, but I don't think it's not going to happen at WrestleMania. I think if they're going to have that kind of a match, it's going to be at like a SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much echo the same sentiments. It would be a fun match to see, perhaps, but that sounds more like a SummerSlam or Survivor Series match. But in theory, maybe I'd like to see it. At XX Deadwing 666XX, nice name. What would be your dream Money in the Bank ladder match featuring 8 wrestlers from either ROH, WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, PWG, blah, blah, blah? You come up with 4, I'll come up with 4.
Okay. Oh, I got to go with AJ Styles for one.
All right.
Then I think you could throw Jeff Hardy in there. I think you could put Sabu in there.
You get some type of crazy botch.
Yep. And then probably a younger Rey Mysterio.
And I will go with Bret Hart. I will go with Shawn Michaels. You need a power guy in there, ladies and gentlemen. Psycho Sid. You need a power guy in there. You know what I would call for that entire match? All 7 guys would have to line up as Psycho Sid delivers a big boot off of the 3rd rung of the ladder to each individual. I'll roll the dice and take my chances. It's either going to be one hell of a spot or one hell of a memory. Either way, I feel I win as a wrestling fan, and then Mick Foley would round out my 4. At W. Rain Foster. Hey guys, do you believe Tupac is still alive, and will he come back in 2014 due to his 7-day theory? The 7-day theory, to me, is one of those great things that if you sit there and you look at it, it's like a lot of convenience, and it's a lot of circumstantial stuff that you can kind of piece together if you so desire. Tupac's dead. I'm sorry. If that disappoints any of you, he is gone. Let the man rest in peace. But if you feel that Tupac, you hold on to this thought that he's alive for someday he may miraculously return, God bless you. But I'm not joining that wagon. I decided I was going to let Tupac rest, R.I.P., 17 years ago. And I stand by that. At Webster Russell, what are your thoughts of the 2 Grease movies? I only ever watched the first one time. You've watched both of them.
I have seen both of them. The original Grease movie I thought was very good. It was a classic, I thought. But as far as the Grease 2 movie, maybe not so much, but even 30 years ago, Michelle Pfeiffer is bangable, and she's still bangable today.
As far as the first Grease movie, I watched it one time, and I think I remarked to my stepsister at the time something to the effect of, wow, John Travolta is gay.
How little did we know.
Hey, whatever. I just not my flavor, not my cup of tea at all. At Luis Roulette, you guys think that when Ziggler cashes in, he will have the Christian treatment world title run?
No, I don't think they're going to let him have it for 2 days. I think I think they'll let him have it for at least a couple of months. But as far as the Christian treatment, no.
You know, is Ziggler going to get the Daniel Bryan treatment where he loses most of his matches, then when he cashes in, he beats every fucking buddy for 3 months and then loses it in spectacular fashion? Perhaps. Could be a situation where Ziggler cashes in and maybe holds on to it for a week or 2. That's still what I anticipate happening. Sad and unfortunate, but anything's possible. At Valley X Crusade, do you believe Shelton Benjamin will ever come back to WWE?
Yes.
I think it's imminent. I would assume it's imminent. And he would add at least a little bit of life into WWE's mid-card. At Colossal Cranium, what do you think about WWE possibly inducting MSG as the first arena in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, that is something that could happen because, Gorilla Monsoon always called it the Mecca of professional wrestling. So
You think they will, though? You think it'll happen this year?
No, probably not.
See, here's what I say. If we're going to start inducting arenas, then we can start inducting matches or feuds. Now, that would take Triple H from being potentially a 5-time WWE Hall of Fame inductee to 30, 40, 50 times. Easily setting the record so far above and beyond what anybody else could ever hope to achieve that he would clearly establish once and for all that he is God. God be praised. I guess inducting an arena. At Dickie Bose, what are your opinions on Bo Dallas's underdog push? Will the WWE stick with it, and any chance of an IC title feud if it continues?
Well, I think they'll stick with it for a little while. Maybe they will put the strap on him. Maybe they will have him beat Barrett and have him hold the title for a month or two, maybe.
It's such a simplistic storyline. It would be really, really stupid for the WWE, frankly, to not stick with it. You know, and I look at Bo Dallas. He really fits that feeling that you get of when you see a guy that's an underdog. He looks like an underdog would look, so you should go there, and they should stick with it, and they should have an IC title feud out of this, even if it culminates at WrestleMania. Great. I hope they do stick with it, because it could make Bo Dallas somebody if they do it this way. At Tony Grits the Great, how long do you see this Taz Aces and Eights shit stack commentary lasting?
Hopefully up until lockdown, and hopefully this will all be over because it's bullshit.
You know, I've got a boil on my ass. I can't believe he said that on commentary.
Right?
How long is this shit sack commentary going to last? Well, let's not kid ourselves here. Taz's commentary was shit sack well before he ever decided to join Aces and Eights. So it was shit sack before, it's shit sack now. It will continue to be only shit sack going forward, even after the Aces and Eights storyline is over. At Kid Youngblood, with all the crap TNA has given AJ Styles, should the Phenomenal One give TNA the finger and jump ship to WWE?
No, because he actually wrestled a couple matches for WWE back a few years ago, probably about 9-10 years ago. But as far as him jumping ship and going to WWE, not going to happen. He's been the face of TNA for a long time.
And you know, when you look at it, talking about him giving TNA the finger and jumping ship to WWE, I have to be brutally honest. Why? So that way WWE could give him the finger. I don't have a lot of confidence that if they did bring in an AJ Styles, they would do anything other than what they've done with guys in the past that they've brought in that were big guys in other places, where they knock them down the totem pole, and it takes a long time for them to even think about becoming a main event guy, because Vince is going to sit there and want to establish, hey, you know, I'm the man, and you're a star if I say you're a star, so I don't care what you've done or what following you bring with you. You're going to put over some of our guys, and then we'll consider maybe working you back up. No, I think AJ Styles should stay put where he's at. WWE, I quite frankly believe, would do everything they could to try and ruin him. I really do. XX the Nightmare. What stable is better, Aces and Eights or the Shield? And what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl blackout? We'll start with Aces and Eights or the Shield. Which faction's better?
Shield is much better because they've been packaged a lot better.
Smaller group, more interesting talents in it. Shield by a mile right now. And thoughts on the Super Bowl blackout?
There was actually a couple people on Twitter that actually thought that the Shield had something to do with it.
Or the Undertaker was coming back.
Or the Undertaker or something.
Kane was coming back. You know, my thoughts on it, it was interesting. It made for a really unique, one-of-a-kind Super Bowl. I'll put it that way. Very, very interesting. And something that, beyond the fact that the game ended up becoming really good and really competitive, just the fact that you had a freaking blackout that lasted 34 minutes. This is a Super Bowl you will always remember no matter what, 50 years from now. At BW Rosas, Jeff, what would you do if the Dan Gable Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame inducted Jeff Jarrett? The year that happens is the year that I do not go. How about that? I would not support it. I could not understand it. And then when the Dan Gable Museum would see their piss poor gate that they drew for the event, they'll sit there and wonder why. I'll say, well, I'll tell you why. Because you had a Memphis mid-card piece of crap as one of your either Hall of Fame inductees or award winners. Nobody wants to pay to see this slap-nuts piece of crap. Although, it could be quite something if I went up to him and showed him some, I assume, Jeff Jarrett position.
Oh, that would be good.
Just saying. What do you think? You want to record another one?
Yeah, why not?
Well, you guys will have to wait for a little more Marvelous Mark. We'll see you next time.